Hi everybody, I'm here today to share another junk journal that I just finished, and this one, the theme is fall. That's my favorite time of the year. I just love the colors. I love falling leaves and pumpkins, and I love this red truck. I don't care what color it comes in. I just love it, and I was thrilled to find an image that I could use on the front cover. I've got one signature in this journal. I've made the cover by doing some collage on some book pages. I wasn't real satisfied with that, so I covered that up with this cardstock that I got in a paper pad, I think maybe at Michael's a year or two ago. I covered that up, and then I used these napkins that maybe came from Hobby Lobby a year or two ago. And see, it pays to be a pack rat and have some stash laid back, but anyway, I used a Mod Podge and collaged the napkin over the pumpkin, and I just love it because it shows all those rich autumn colors. It's got the pumpkin on it, and then I layered this image and put decoupage on it to seal it and stitched it to the cover. Added, reinforced the binding and put some crochet trim on it and some buttons on the binding, and then I punched and put eyelets, and I've got sari silk for the tie, for the closure. Pardon me. We're going to go inside the journal, and I had collaged on the inside as well, various papers, tore some scraps, and then put Mod Podge over that and did some stitching. A lot of coffee dyed paper in this journal, and here I've got a fussy cut bird, and on this layered paper here, this element, I just took a piece of twine and stitched that over with a contrasting thread, and I really kind of like that texture and that look on that page, and carried it over here. And this page is made by combining two pages, stitch those together to make a big page pocket. These are die cut, and I took some acrylic paint and outlined the edges and put the look of the veins in there. Added a brad here, folded that down to make a pocket. And in this pocket, I've got some cardstock tags, some stamping to everything. There was a season, and coffee dyed paper for journaling. Added some rickrack here, some stamping, and just stitched around it to give it a little bit of flair and design, and they go back in there. And this page, the back of that pocket, I collaged in some colors that I thought were fallish. More coffee dyed paper, and here I layered some scrap papers that I had in the butterfly image and stitched around it and created a pocket here. Got some punched leaves, cool, crisp, colorful, and this print, this is a couple years old, and it's just gorgeous. I love the colors on that. And that makes a nice little journaling card, goes right in there. Some pretty colors here. And here I've added this digital butterfly print and the definition of imagination, some washi tape to reinforce some of the spines of the papers, and this is from a butterfly book. And here I've stamped and applied different colors of ink to get some fall colors, and just gathered some sari silk. I keep wanting to call that washi tape, and it is not. It's sari silk, and I love the colors in that. And again, reinforced some of the coffee dyed papers, created a collage on this pocket, stamped on this collaged digital print. Love this mason jar journaling spot. And these are cards I got at the library. Was going to throw these blank cards away, and I took a stack of them and just layered some papers. Stamped the pumpkin, stitched it, added the sari silk, and you can journal, go to town on that. And here I've got some nice thin stationery paper. I stamped the pumpkins, and here I punched this beautiful leaf. And that all goes right back into the pocket. And this is a cool page. I've got some washi tape here, and this tips out. And I've got stamping. The word October, autumn blessings, and here I've stamped harvest on coffee dyed paper and layered that on book page, and then added some autumn washi tape and stitched around it. I love the look of that. And this pretty digital print that I purchased, I love the colors on that. This is one of my designs. I photographed a leaf, took it into Photoshop, jazzed it up a little bit, and created a digital stamp with it and designed this page. And then just added, I really like the look of the brown thread around that. And here I've got a pocket stitched on, and in the pocket, a coffee dyed index card with no lines. This is one of my images that I put a quote on it. Even if something is left undone, everyone must take time to sit still and watch the leaves turn. That's definitely me. You can put some, I've put some coffee dyed paper on the back, makes a pretty journaling card, and some more journaling space here. Coffee dyed as well. Some pretty fall paper. And this is coffee dyed paper. Placed it on a pizza pan, and when it was almost dry, I took it out, spritzed it with some salt, which made these little white flecks on it, and then spritzed it as well with some yellow food coloring. And I really like the effects on that. And over here, I've got a blank page that I jazzed up a little bit by adding this gorgeous print envelope that comes with the kit. I'll put the link to this lady's page at the bottom. And I don't have that fastened together, but I'll get that done and get something in the pocket. But I loved this design. And then this is a hidden paper clip. And the word grateful in the paper clip actually has a little pocket in the front. And all of this just clips right there. This is the center of the signature, and here I've added some vintage buttons. Here I layered two, tried to give some fall colors there with the page. And over here, one of my photos, and I've put this in with washi tape. And over here, that same paper, I've run this heavy cardstock actually through the embosser, so there's tiny polka dots on there, and then layered it with this craft paper. And I really like this spread, how they match up together. And the same here. I printed this out. I didn't have a stamp that for this quote, but it says, "Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree, Emily Bronte." And I've layered some silk leaves, and again, that just with my fingers spritzed on some yellow food coloring. And more space to journal, to add your own autumn ephemera. And I love this pattern as well. I'll put that link below if I can remember where I just got this. And these fall colors, I just collaged some book page and paper, some fancy ribbons, some sari silk, and I hand stitched the button on before I glued it to the page. But I really like that for a topper on a page. And here just tied some fall colored fabric. I love it when I find secondhand store often has greeting cards. And I love to go through them and see what treasures I find there. And I just love this image. I wish I could just kind of spend a day right there in the middle of that gazebo. But you can journal on this and it just goes right over the edge of the page. Again, that's my design. And here's my red truck. Love, love, love the truck. And the truck comes in blue as well, so I had to put both of them in there. And a definition for the word gratitude. and this one was fun. This was a challenge. I'd held on to this paint swatch from Lowe's for quite a while. Wasn't sure what to do with it. It had these holes in it that I wanted something to show through there. So I made a tip out pocket, and this cardstock, you can journal on it, but it goes right in the pocket. And there you have it. And over here, a pocket, one of my photos, you can journal on that. And here I made, kind of in the style that Amity Bloom has been doing, I layered scraps of digital images and cardstock and music paper, this pretty fall image, and some burlap, and put coffee dyed paper on the back, and I think that makes a gorgeous fall journal card. And over here some more scraps and stamped, and I colored the rake and the leaves in with coloring pencil and added some silk leaves. Autumn leaves are falling. And kind of my signature page to add is this image from a calendar, and I stitched it on with embroidery floss, put decoupage medium over it to seal it, tied a bow with the floss, and here you have a frame created where you can journal inside or out, or put little designs, little pumpkins or leaves you could draw around the edge. And this is some washi tape with butterflies, and this is a book page, a coloring book page. Fall colors. Don't know if butterflies are fallish, but in this case we'll say they are. And the last page, I've got butterflies and layers of paper and stitching and a belly band on the back. And here I have a pocket in fall colors, and I've stamped the dragonflies and a little tag. And inside the belly band, some coffee dyed paper in fall colors, lots of journaling space there. And this is the back of the journal. Some more collaging and stitching. And I love the colors, loved working on this. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I appreciate your time and attention. Enjoy your fall. Have a good day. Bye.